What is good? What is good, YouTube world, X world? What is good, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. It's the one man force, eyes and flavor of DFW Sports. You are into the booth of the sports raps. This is the battleground for all DFW sports right here, baby, as we chalk it up for all the teams in the Metroplex down here in the heart of Texas. So y'all know what's going down, man. You know, before we go any further, make sure you hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Anything you want to see of some DFW sports, baby, we got it. We going live today. Right now, as you see in the Mavs gear and all that type stuff, we are watching the Mavericks live right now, but you know, they getting slacked on by wounded. Wounded is really a gross understatement right now for Memphis. Memphis is very, very shorthanded, and they are beating the brakes off of the Dallas Mavericks right now. And it's really a shame that the Mavericks are having this type of outing at home during this home stretch against a team like Memphis. Not only just Memphis, just how injured they are. Marcus Smart ended up going out the game. I believe he dislocated his finger or broke his finger or something, but that really sucked. You know what I'm saying? That really sucked to see that go down, you know. But he had 20, I think he had like 24 something like that before he even left. So Cowboys was just getting beat on. What's up, Mr. Cowboy? What's up? Went and rocked the Cowboys on Sunday. Hey, it was 5-0. It was a 5-0. You know what? Hey man, I hope you got some footage, man. I heard it was Cowboy Takeover in that thing, huh? Hey man, send me some footage, man. Let me know what's going down because this Sunday, man, I'm gonna be in attendance, man. I keep saying, man, it's the last one, but I can't let, you know what I'm saying? I can't let the opportunity fly by. You know what I'm saying? I really can't. I cannot let it go down that way. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you for joining in, my guy. Hey, man, like I said, we talking up some DFW sports right up here. As he said, it was a Cowboy takeover in that thing. I didn't really see too many people in the stadium, but at the same time, I saw what was up, as every time it is when Cowboys go down there. Y'all represent, so appreciate you for being in the trenches and representing, my guy, for Cowboys Nation. Straight up. That's my next little thing I'm trying to do is see if I can get me on the road, but I'm gonna have to get some security, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, folks be getting mad when he be up in that thing. But it be all for show. I'll be keeping it in the game though, more than anything. I don't try to get really disrespectful or anything. Like I try not to. I try to really keep it strictly in the game, but sometimes, you know, it get mad with folk. You know what I'm saying? As he's saying, Commander fans was highly pissed off. Highly. I understand it. As well as they should be. I hope you rubbed it in their face, too. I hope all my Cowboy Nation rubbed it in their face. Say what? Say it again. Say it again for the people in the back, them Cowboy haters in the back. Say it again. 12-5. All the way live, 12-5. Call it what you want. But it's 12-5 for the third consecutive season, which is going to break us down into a lot what I kind of want to get into today. It's more about Mike McCarthy future in Dallas. You know, as you just said, man, to go 3 consecutive seasons, 12-5, man. Your first season, your star quarterback gets a rough injury, season-ending injury. You know what I'm saying? That was very unfortunate, but in the span of these 3 seasons that you have went 12-5, you have won games without your starting quarterback. So let's just throw out all on the table right now. I mean, as the fans' perspective, as us down here in Dallas or all Cowboys Nation, we're really just saying, look, the standard actually, we say Super Bowl every year, but the standard really kind of have been dropped a little bit because we're like, can you at least get to the Final Four? Can you at least get to the Final Four dance? Because when you get there, the best teams are there for a reason. And then it's just more about playing your best game on that day, being the better team on that day. That's normally where it goes down when you get to the AFC and NFC championship game. When you get to the Final Four to punch your ticket to the main dance, that is really what it's going to boil down to. As my man said, it wasn't even enough Commander fans up in that thing. They already knew. Hey, so, they was talking smack from afar, I see. While you was in the trenches getting down, baby. All Cowboys Nation winning that thing and took it over. Big takeover. I like it, man. PNF tried to pump the, man, they tried to fabricate some noise up in there. Made some of that, what do they call, genetically modified noise up in there. And it didn't work because all through the TV, all we heard was, yeah, here we go. That's all we heard. That's all we heard right there. So, I mean, we look at it as Cowboys fans. Look, 3 12-5 seasons are real good. Now, that first 12-5 season, it kind of sucked because they got off to a hot start, but then they played some of their worst football going into the stretch, going into the playoffs. They were playing their worst football, and it started when the Broncos came down here and, Vic Fangio said he gave the blueprint. I think that right there started the turmoil most likely between Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore right there. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe that's where this all stemmed from. Between the rift that everybody know that started to go down, especially toward last year, which I'm leading up to that point. You look at it, and going against San Fran, who was playing some hot football at that time, which was the Cowboys just did not come out ready to play. And I actually, that to me wasn't all on Kellen Moore. To me, that was more on Mike McCarthy. I think he just did not have his team ready to play. They came out slow, and then they came out firing, but it was too late for it. So, looking at it that way, you lose down here to San Fran. And it was a couple plays where they were close to have their chance at the end, but like I said, they really just ran out of time. Fast forward to 2022. Now you look at it, Dak gets hurt for a series of games, and you still win games, and you still manage to put up a 12-win season. That 2021, they won the NFC East. So you look at it that way. 2022, they didn't win the East, but they still won 12 games. And what is ironic that's about to happen Sunday? Mike McCarthy really gets to validate. This is like his first test right now, because all of us Cowboys fans know this dude got to make it to the NFC Championship game. It's laid out for him like that. You know what I'm saying? It is really laid out. If speaking things are a truth, speaking things to an existence is a true thing. Cowboys Nation has said for so long, and I'm going to keep repeating it, that Jerry Jones will not win another Super Bowl until he does right by Jimmy Johnson, by putting him in the Cowboys Ring of Honor. And we done spoke that so much, it done finally happened. Now that didn't happen, let's really see. Let's really see. Now you get Green Bay for Mike McCarthy starting last year in 2022 when they were on the road in Green Bay. When they were on the road in Green Bay, Dak did have a bad turnover, but they end up still pulling out. They end up still pulling their way. And what happened? They end up having a 14-point lead. They did have a 2-score lead. And all of a sudden, I mean, you can say the defense or whatever, but the defense did get ran on, which will bring me to my further next point. But defense did get ran on, but the offense just went straight stale, man. Straight stale. And I think, and you saw after that game, after the Cowboys lost that game, Mike McCarthy was hot. He was very hot. And I think that right there ripped rip the stitches off what they tried to hold inside because they were winning. When you're winning, things can go real good. You know what I'm saying? But I think that game right there, you saw 2022 or 2021 where the blueprint was laid out, and it just seemed they stumbled down the stretch going into the playoffs, and it just seemed like offensively they just couldn't click. They couldn't do nothing. 2022, they end up doing some better things, but they mismanaged their. Mike McCarthy is part to blame too, but he looked like he was more frustrated with Kellen Moore in that play calling with the lead that they had, and it just seems since then, Mike McCarthy has made it a point to say, "Look, I'm going to go out on my shield. I'm going to take over the play calling." You know, so when the disaster hit in San Fran, because the defense played well. The offense, let's rewind it. The offense did real good. The offense did real good against Tampa. But we all know that the Cowboys was far a way better team than them Tampa Bay Bucks that they played in the wild card last year. We all know that. It was just Tom Brady being undefeated against the Cowboys, being the boogeyman. That really all what it was. But now you get that out the way and you lose to San Fran again where the offense don't put up anything and a lot of stuff you question anyway. So getting rid of Kellen Moore, he's out the door. Mike McCarthy came in and said that he would try to have more of a run whatever scheme he got, and it's not working. They get blown out by San Fran again. Give Mike McCarthy his credit. I think Mike McCarthy right here, when he made the adjustments to the offense, CeeDee Lamb did get mad and voice his opinion, but I believe once that happened, they had I honestly believe Mike McCarthy knew his job was on the line then. I honestly believe Mike McCarthy knew his job was on the line then when they got blowed out by San Fran. So a coach who is aware of what's going on, he's going to make changes, and he made his adjustments. And ever since then, the Cowboys offense has took flight. Now they done got CeeDee Lamb more involved than anything, in which I think everybody and their mama been saying this is what you got to do. Is get this dude involved, man. And that's exactly what they've been doing as he done broke single season, record for a Cowboy, especially breaking the playmakers 88 numbers. So big shout out to CeeDee Lamb right there for sure. But he has made total adjustments to this thing. And you got to give him his credit on that. And it's actually worked. Now, he has had a little, some type of problems with these game management situations and penalties. Now, he go into Green Bay, they lose this game. They lose the game because they have like 8 penalties. Offense don't produce. He should be fired right there on the spot. That's just saying what it is. Okay, he wins against Green Bay. He gets in the divisional round and lose again because of penalties or not coming out ready to play. I think that's what it's going to really boil down to. If this team don't come out ready to play and they commit a lot of penalties. But if it's an exciting game, if they're exciting playoff games, I hate to tell y'all right here, even if it's a loss, Jerry is keeping Mike McCarthy, y'all. I'm telling you that right here, right now. I will put it to you this way. If you think, if you know that you have an owner that is going to stay with a head coach that goes 8-8, 8-8, 8-8 for 3 straight seasons and still retain him, you know good and damn well Jerry's going to keep a dude who went 12-5, won the division, 12-5, 12-5, won the division, and got 1 playoff in the mix of it, victory with it. You see what I'm saying? So Putting all that in perspective, Cowboy Nation, I'm kind of here to tell you right now, unless the Cowboys get drugged at home, Mike McCarthy will stay the head coach. You heard it right here. Unless they get drugged at home, it will be an unpopular opinion because me, like I said, you lose at home to the 7th seed, like me and my brothers were saying. There's nothing much more that you could show me if you're Mike McCarthy. There's nothing much more you can really show me to lead this squad because you didn't had 3 great seasons to show something for it, and you only got 1 playoff victory for it. To me, you about maxed out, buddy. You're maxed out. I'm just saying. But seeing Jerry's history, bro. 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. And I'm not even going to lie. In the NFL, to get 3 consecutive 12-win seasons, even double-digit, 3 12-win seasons, come on, man. That's tough to do in the NFL, bro. That's really tough. That's really, really tough. As he talked about Green Bay's running game, their running backs do make me nervous, and their receivers seem like they're finding stride at the right time, but it's more of those 2 running backs, and then you got Jordan Love, who makes you play all 11 players out there. So not only do you got to be ready for that, but if everybody's locked up on their keys and get ran off in the pass rush, and we're gonna rush for it, as we do with Dan Quinn, we're gonna rush for it. That means if they don't get home, he can make some things happen, and it's gonna be just about them moving the sticks. Which I'll have a preview of this game going. I'll give me a couple previews going of the game before Sunday for sure, because we'll be in the building trying to represent. Trying to get this 17th straight victory at home, man, in postseason fashion. So, like I said, man, for Mike McCarthy, bro, I think he knew his job was on the line. But for him to go ahead and pull through, get a 12-win season, win the division, his team just can't go out there and start out slow and be penalized. And I just, I'm just saying, me personally, he go out here and lose anything less than the NFC Championship game. Like I said, bro, we done seen the max with you. Me personally, I'd let him go because we done seen the max with you. But looking at Jerry, man, looking at his history, bro, I don't know if that's going to happen. I really don't know if that is going to happen. My next question we want to talk about. Does Dan Quinn finally leave after this season? He's been flirting with it a lot of times. A lot of times he's been flirting with, teams have been calling him up left and right. But I do say I don't want to see him leave for another defensive coordinator position. I believe he's ready to be another head coach. Only the NFL is there to the young but just the young offensive minds. So it's kind of hard, but my personal thoughts, I think Dan Quinn is leaving after this season. That's why it is very monumental for the Cowboys to make this happen. It is, bro, because I think the coaching staff, it already made a lot of changes coming into this year, but it's going to really, really change after this year, I believe, because for the first time, you hear like Dallas Cowboy coaches. Well, Dan Quinn is his own guy, but they're getting jobs. They're getting elevated pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You really couldn't say that about Jason Garrett's coaching team. You could not say that. So looking at Dan Quinn, bro, the right head coaching job, I think I'm in agreement with a lot of people, as Mr. Cowboy said. He believes he's waiting on Seattle. I believe one of the West Coast teams is going to be his destination. I honestly believe that. But it'll be interesting to see, because does he stick around and want to be the head coach for the Dallas? See, Jerry's really playing with house money right now, because this is what I believe what is going to happen. Dan Quinn is going to take another head coaching job, and that's going to be the main reason why Jerry Jones keeps Mike McCarthy. Now, Dan Quinn could probably say that, nah, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? If he could say he ain't going nowhere, then you might get rid of Mike McCarthy. But I think Dan Quinn has his sight on being a head coach for sure by next season. So Jerry is really going to have to make that decision, and it's really going to ultimately boil down to how this offense responds at home in the postseason, because it is set up for you to get to the Final Four. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. It's set up for you to get to the Final Four. So, with that being said, I believe Dan Quinn, he does finally leave after this season. I would hate to see it, but the only asterisk by that is if the Cowboys, if Jerry Jones feels he needs to move on from Mike McCarthy and give this position to Dan Quinn, which I don't too much see that, because to me, Dan Quinn, he wants to be a head coach, and I'm not knocking him for that, but to be interviewing with that many teams, it lets me know sooner or later you're going to be out the door. So as much as we said that this defense has carried the offense, especially like it was in the beginning of the season, it's going to have to flip around. The offense is going to have to carry this whole thing. This thing is going to really depend on Dak Prescott, Mike McCarthy, and CD Lamb. Let's just get that out the way. Let's just get that out the way. He said, just win the Super Bowl and that will give us our answers. I mean, pretty much. That's why I'm saying they have got to make this count. They got to make this count. You've been knocking at the door 3 straight years, bro. You got to make it count sooner or later, because it ain't all going to be the same here. You kind of wasted a couple years by really having a dynasty going on, but hey, just get through the door. Just get through the door. And I think we done said it for really the last couple of years, but now that we all really believe that this curse is over, that the curse is lifted, hey, you'll see. We'll see. And we're looking to have far more conversations about the Cowboys this week. And like I said, nothing much more gets more exciting about a playoff game when you're in postseason play and it's not that many other teams playing. So that's always a big thing. And like I say, I started experience going to Cowboys games in the new stadium, since last year, because I've always been disappointed with the Cowboys, how all them 8-8 seasons. As soon as you open up the new stadium, I got tired of that, and I was like, man, I'm not spending no money to go to no damn Cowboys game like that, bro. But we started doing this channel, and like I said, it's just been taking off ever since then, and it's been fun going to these games, man, for sure. So to get the first playoff game in AT&T Stadium on a win streak that they're carrying against a classic NFC rival, against the Green Bay Packers, it doesn't get no much more better than that. So make sure y'all tune in later in the week for sure, and we're going to keep on talking more Cowboys stuff for sure, as we're going along with the stream for sure. But anybody got some Cowboy questions or anything y'all want a brother to talk about, let me know, man. Follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade. Follow me on Instagram at @isdrewski. You already know where you at on the channel right here at Sports Raps, the battleground for DFW sports. So y'all know how it rocks right here. And like I said, I will be having another game vlog footage this time. Instead of me going Instagram live after the game, I'm going to try to go ahead and go YouTube live after the game. I just try to make sure I catch as much footage as possible. Catch as much footage as possible. So, keeping up with the theme for DFW Sports, baby. Last night, the Stars had a big victory, big shutout victory as they beat the Minnesota Wild 4-0. Great game. We finally got Scott Wedgwood some rest because I believe he started 11 straight games, man. That's tough on anybody as he's waiting on Jake Oettinger to get back. But Matthew Murray came in and he did his thing for sure as he had 23 saves and he gets the shutout right there. Big opening, good, you get a good replacement in the net right there for the Stars as they come in. Looking at the goal wise, you had what's his name? Roddick Motherfoska. He contributed a goal. Roper Hintz had one, and Jason Robertson and Tyler Sagan, they ended up completing themselves with a goal as well as the Stars win 4-0. And they're 23-11-5 right now as they're third in the Central Division. And tomorrow they will take on the Wild again, but it will be down here in the AAC. So we'll look forward to seeing some of that ice play down there for sure. What would I do with Gallup? Man, I would have gave Gallup away for a pack of Skittles. I'm gonna be real with you. Truth be told, I would have gave him and Tyron up a long time ago to kind of help something on the defense. That was something I was screaming, jumping back on the Cowboys topic. That was something I was screaming for a while. Like, I love Tyron plays good when he's healthy. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I'm saying? And now you got Lyle Collins. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the offensive line going down the stretch, as Jerry Jones had said that Stephon Gilmore would be ready. He will be ready, which is a good thing. What else? I believe Tyler Smith is going to be able to play. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with Lyle Collins coming in. And like you say, we do need the run game. So being deeper on the offensive line, that's sure enough going to help. And I think he'll still play tackle to some degree, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him at guard or something like that. I wish we could play him at center right now. I like Biotish, don't get me wrong, but in the run game, he's not doing it. So let's see if we can put him at center. He said trade Michael Gallup for a pack of Skittles and some Snickers. And look. I'm not trying to, talk bad about Michael Gallup as a person. I'm just saying, bro, it's not happening right now. And watch we say all this and all of a sudden he breaks out. But Dak, you bet not. You bet not. If you gonna throw the ball, you better look 88 ways first. If he ain't double coverage now, Green Bay do got a great oh, bless me. They do got a great corner to, put on 88, but I don't give a damn. I do not give a damn, bro. If it's single coverage, he better be the one getting the target. Or unless somebody wide open. That's how I feel about it. No, Tyron Smith, he has had a great season. He just still be injured at the wrong time. His availability is always the problem. His availability has always been the problem, never the talent. The talent is never the issue. And what's crazy is even when he's not fully healthy, his talent is still never the issue. So we have to see how this offensive line is going to play. The offense is going to have to bring it. The formula is simple for these Cowboys, and it started in 2021. Offense, y'all start off fast, take care of the football. Defense will you make the other offense basically play your type of tempo, and that's where the defense can force turnovers. The recipe has been simple right there. Now they just not got to beat themselves because it's going to be at home. It's going to be at home. Tober being the number 3 receiver. Yep. Yep. Now it's up to Bones Fossil to make sure he don't get our young receiver mind thrown out the game when he puts him in a bad situation that's not ready for a fake special teams play or something like that. So, let's hope we can get that cleared up. And that's probably the one thing that's probably weighing on Tolbert. And if I'm Mike McCarthy, if we're not doing nothing with Michael Gallup, you're switching places with Tolbert on special teams. So Tolbert can take more reps and have his mind more focused on offense than some special teams. So that's really what I would do with Michael Gallup right there. They call it a demotion, but hey, do you want to contribute for a chip right now? Well, this is going to be the best position for us to actually come out and see. I would leave Tolbert the number 3 receiver, let him get most of those snaps, let him get his mind focused on being the number 3 receiver. Let Gallup take the special teams play. That's how you nip that right there. Right there. You say we need Brandon Cooks in this game, man. We're going to need everybody. I mean, Jake Ferguson is going to be the reason why Brandon Cooks really eats. Because if you're not going to double CeeDee Lamb, you might let CeeDee Lamb get his, but you'll take away Jake Ferguson. That's kind of the remedy. I think that's kind of what everybody's going to get ready to play us in, unless their run game is killing us and we can't stop them on defense. Then, but I think you let if you're Green Bay, you're probably going to let CD get his. It's just when it comes to the red zone, keep him out the end zone. So this is where Brandon Cook, and they're basically going to keep all attention on Jake Ferguson, because they know really Jake Ferguson is really the key to this offense to really make them more explosive and hard to stop. So it's going to be interesting to see. Like you said, man, get him off special teams, man, because it's not working right there. Michael Gallup might not work neither right there, but hey, Tolbert to me looked like he got more potential to do something in this offense. So, that's how I'm kind of getting my feel. That's how I'm really rocking with it right there. Facts, Jack. That's some facts for you right there. Yes, sir. So, like I said, I think Dan Quinn is leaving after this season, no matter what, to a head coach. Let me say it like this. He's leaving to a head coaching position. I guarantee you that next year. Now, is it still with the Cowboys if you get rid of Mike McCarthy if you fall short? Who knows? Or is it going to be one of them teams out there on the West Coast? Who knows? Who really knows? Yeah, man. And also, we talking about the Mavericks, man. Mavericks ain't nothing to talk about for them today, man. They really got their ass whooped. They got their ass whooped by a shorthanded Memphis Grizzlies team, man. 120-103. That's very disheartening, disappointing. Luka played banged up all night, but he had a quiet 31 points, dog. No, and he was missing time going in and out. I don't know what that was all about, but Kyrie had 33 as well. Derrick Jones Jr. had 11 points. Tim Hardaway only had 9, and Hardy had 10. The problem was, even though everybody man. Now we back. We got a little, internet glitch, but Mavs did just get themselves destroyed, man. And like I said, what killed them, Marcus Smart was killing them early, and he ended up getting hurt. But that Desmond Bain guy, god dang, boy, he put it on the Mavericks' ass, bro. And every time the Mavericks try to make it close to come back, bro, they just really couldn't. They really couldn't. They just kept answering back. So for the Mavs, that's 2 bad losses. That's 2 bad losses at home that you start the year off against 2 teams that you're better than and that you should have got a W against. And you got handled in them. You got handled in both of those games. So let's see if they shake back. They end up playing Memphis again. They'll end up playing Memphis again, I believe. What's the day? Tuesday? Is it Thursday or Friday, y'all? I believe it's Thursday. No, it's not. They play the Knicks Thursday. Jalen Bronson come back home, y'all. Okay, so you got your ass whooped there. There's no rebuttaling off that. He said the Wizards are worse. Man, but still, though, you know, how would you just feel losing? And this is not the first time, like, the Mavericks have lost to a team that is shorthanded. They lost to the Cavs the same way, and Cavs were extremely beat up. Mavs had a double-digit lead. I think they were up 20. Blew that game away. So for y'all to get waxed like this in this game against Memphis without its star players like that, come on, man. Y'all got to do way much better than that. Way much better than that. So they'll be in action Thursday. It'll be an early tip-off time at 6:30 in the AAC as they continue the homestand against the New York Knicks as Jalen Bronson comes back down here. And I'm looking forward to, like I said, tomorrow we'll be on the Heart of Texas podcast, Heart of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We will be on that podcast tomorrow from 9 to 10 p.m. Central Time. So check me out right there on the speaker app. Follow me on X. I got the link and everything for you to join to, along with a host of all other sports. We got some in the DMV area for sure that represents over there for IE Sports Radio. So it's really around all the way around the country. So for sure, that's how we gonna really rock today. And like I said, I'm trying to think of my next topics that we're gonna come through with our live, most likely Thursday. We're gonna try to do some more content basically coming since it's postseason play. And we'll basically go over the stars after Wednesday, basically coming Thursday, and then the stars actually play Thursday. So we'll talk about a couple of their games as well, and then we'll talk more about the Mavs game live as well. But we'll have some more Cowboys topic, getting ready for face the Green Bay Packers this Sunday. So, man, I want to appreciate everybody that joined in. My man, Mr. Cowboy, man, appreciate you, right? Appreciate you for joining in, keeping the chat real live for your boy, man. It's always fun when we get up in here, man. Tell the rest of Cowboy Nation, man, this is a safe haven for us right here. Let's come talk our shit, represent like we supposed to. I'm glad you went to go to the game. I'm glad you was in what is it? FedEx, RFK, whatever they want to call that raggedy thing up over there. I'm glad you was in that thing representing, man. And got to witness the Cowboys win the NFC East in a magical year that we feel that is right now. So I'm glad you got to be a part of that, my guy. And I'm glad you got to be a part of this stream for sure and giving me that activity, man. So for anybody else out there, man, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Man, we going up on DFW Sports. You know where you at right now. I'm the one-man force, eyes and flavor of DFW Sports. This is the Sports Raps. Right here in this booth, this is the battleground for all DFW Sports, baby. And we represent. Y'all know we represent for America's team, represent for the Mavericks, represent for the Stars, represent for the World Series Texas Champion Rangers, represent Dallas Wings. We getting into some FC Dallas as well, too. So big shout out, man. Like I said, look for me Thursday. We'll go ahead and drop some Thursday. Be an early game. I'm probably going to do another live game day stream on the PSF app. Make sure you join me on there as we went live earlier today, but I had to do it live as well today, so it kind of be the same thing, only this game will start earlier, so we'll probably get the full game then. So big shout out to Cowboys Nation, Mavs fans. Stay Mavs fans for life. It sucks, but we'll rebound Thursday. Stars, we looking forward to y'all holding it down tomorrow against Minnesota. Rangers, we just waiting on y'all to re-sign Monty. We are waiting for that news to come through because we really gonna need him again, yo. So let's do right. Chris Young and the organization, let's do right, man. Let's somehow get Jordan Montgomery back. So that's my time for the night. Appreciate y'all for sticking around, man. We'll have a longer vlog coming here live during the week. We'll see if we can get some, people from across the tracks. I mean, the people that rock green and gold. We'll see if we can get some of them on some of this battleground that we call sports rap. So I'll tune into y'all later, man. Till then, man, y'all stay cool and do everything with love because love always wins. That's law, baby. Till then, peace out.